$37 trillion and counting. That's right. The US national debt just hit $37 trillion and it's growing by $1 trillion every 5 months. That's not a typo, Corey. $1 trillion every 5 months. So the main culprits of this, Corey, are the pandemic era stimulus and the recent legislation. There's an argument that that's actually going to add to the debt. But before we go deeper, Corey, here's my question. Who cares? Why does it matter? Who cares?
I think that we should all care.
Okay. Why?
The reason that I think it matters is because the national debt is not something that can just be ignored in perpetuity. Like there will be consequences for it. It's just a matter of what they are and when. It's like my perspective around this is that, the more debt there is, there's going to be pressure to move interest rates higher. More tax dollars for taxpayers, me and you, Jake, and anybody who's watching this show, are going towards interest payments that the government is paying. So from my point of view, it's just the fact that this is the issue that needs to be addressed, but it's not being addressed.
But why would the Fed raise rates? Wouldn't that make the debt worse?
It would.
So why would
But
there
if
be pressure to raise them?
Because if the Fed lowers interest rates, right? If the Fed keeps the short-term interest rates low, the Fed funds rate, the long-term interest rate on bonds is based upon investor expectations. So just to kind of think this through simply, Jake, my point of view here is if we know the government just raised the debt ceiling by $5 trillion, they're going to borrow and spend a lot of money that they don't have over the next several years, in addition to the debt that's already there. So my question would be, why would someone want to invest in a 30-year treasury bond, especially someone outside the United States, if we know that they're going to pay the interest on those by borrowing money?
Right. And I think that's the issue. And that's good.
Correct.
Because I think the underlying issue then is if the government has to issue more bonds to service their spending, they're going to have to issue those bonds at higher rates to get anybody to invest in it. Because you're right. Why would they?
To bring a buyer to the table.
Yes. So I think a lot of people don't understand that.